Hello. Hello, everyone. So glad you came to be with me today. It's a very quiet day here in Santa Barbara, and I have a smile on my face for the whole human race. Do any of you know or remember that song that I'm singing to you as I welcome you to the Advancement Center? And once inside with us, we welcome you to the world of magic and miracles. A perfect world with no conflicts, just like our origin. And the essence of humanity considered a beautiful energy without limitation. And that is what we are welcoming you to become, more than a guest, one of us. Now, this is not a children's book that begins with once upon a time. This is the life we all have access to all the time by standing tall, raising our set point, despite having had it strategically lowered over the years, and heading the list in the book of magic and miracles is the most important for me anyway, is follow your spirit. Now I have a little story to describe just that. First of all, our spirit escorted us to earth when we came, called birth. My granddaughter Megan, her best friend when she was tiny was invisible and definitely imaginary. Now, this worried my daughter, and I'm so glad that she confided her concern with me because I counseled her to respect Megan's friend. And her name was Nene. We all remember that. They even provided a seat for Nene at the table. Now, Megan is now working with children, just received her master's, and is engaged to a wonderful, loving, and kind man named Max. Our phone calls are filled with magical reports and total support of children. Which leads me right over to my journal, where Simeon and I have this incredible exchange every day. And he said, he said and directed me to what Robert said yesterday on the broadcast. Robert said, we all arrived on Earth with pictures that did not work here on Earth. So what was expected was not allowed and replaced with accommodation to the ways we are shown here. despite every natural vibration. As soon as we are able, we want to explore this new terrain, but are met with bars on everything, crib, playpen, etc. Our movement is restricted to only what the apparent restriction deems safe. Despite lack of language skills, we only have don't, safety first, go to sleep, and be careful. When are we free to discover about ourselves in this place called Earth? As adults, we check, now these are my words, by the way. As adults, we check into a hotel and check it out, how the lights work, the TV, etc. We did that too, but we're restricted for safety and seeing curiosity as what killed the cat. So that's how a lot of us were brought up. But that's all past. It's all past. Yeah. Following my own spirit, as soon as I heard that Adrian had to cancel his broadcast just yesterday, Saturday, I knew that what Robert and I had discovered the day before, entitled The First Anniversary of the Advancement Center, told by Robert himself. And I knew what had to happen, as nothing stood in the way. Subscribers had already received the cancellation notice of the broadcast. And then I spoke to Genya, and we reversed it all. And everyone received a note from me welcoming them to the gift we are sending. And it reversed it all and truly followed my spirit. This was a day of emancipation, a day of freedom, and I was so excited. And I wrote it all in my journal. And here's what I wrote. This is giving me so much energy and joy, just telling you how this all works. They're not just words. It's what you can do to enhance your experience here on Earth by advancing all the time. And this is what I wrote. I hope I can find it. Here it is. And I wrote, I suddenly feel free. I followed my spirit. The situation presented itself, and Adrian's cancellation of his broadcast just made it all possible. And I saw the opening, and I saw the cooperation of Genya immediately. And I saw how we can all pull together. Now, where was I? Yeah. And all of a sudden, I have thrown out all the limiting bars on my life the day before. I reversed everything, and truly followed my spirit. Yeah. And had the Robert broadcast fill that broadcast time. And the best part of it is that Robert's broadcast is now on YouTube for everyone to access, no matter where they live, what year it is, because it's a forever message. And I'm writing to Simeon all the time, you realize. I had arrived at the natural expression of who I truly am. Yeah. Listen to the broadcast where you are handed a lifetime, quote unquote, get out of jail free card, ensuring a beautiful life of friends, loving each other, and kindness throughout the world. A new life, a new door, and a new world of magic and miracles. And then I added, let that baby free to run and learn what was taken from you when parents at that time worried only for your safety. And this is what Simeon wrote to me. Dearest Barbara, you have pulled the plug on the negative machinery that has been allowed to plow under the magic brought in with every birth. Factories will stop all negative machinery. Farming will return to the farmers who love their land. Crops and children will flourish, and magic and miracles will delight everyone. Your love and support of Robert cannot be measured. All the masters, angels, entities, and friends and family who have passed, thank you for your demand for honesty and releasing the powerful message that will bring so much meaningful information to all of humanity. I can't read my writing. At any rate, it's a love letter thanking me for being who I really am. And that is the message of this whole idea, because the feeling of elation is your guide to what is real. It is your life, and it's the feeling level that guides you. And then when I stop and realize I reversed it all, you all have the power to do that. And we don't have to sit around waiting for permission, because our spirit is inherent with our being, with our beingness. Yeah, it's a good feeling. It's a wonderful feeling. And it will spread. It will spread as you begin to enjoy every moment, not by the rules, but by the feeling of elation, of being alive now. Now, if you missed the broadcast yesterday, it was May 20th, I'm just so grateful that it's all on YouTube. So you can share it with your friends, listen to it again, and realize this gift that is available to each and every one of you. Now, as always, our team here at the Advancement Center is so lovingly knit together. We support each other. We encourage one another. And after every special event, the comments are never withheld. So I'd like to read to you what Tim sent to us immediately following the broadcast. He said, "Wow, Robert, you opened another seal, another door that only you can open. It is amazing to behold where you have taken all of us and all humanity. This time it is beyond everything into nowhere, and I could feel every moment of the feeling of the dance of stepping in and stepping out. You told us that your ability in the universe has changed. You have never been as powerful as you are now." And then the whole bunch of emojis with hearts and happiness. Those words are not just words. They're deeply felt and offered. And then David detailed what and how Robert thrilled us all when he wrote, and I quote, here it is. "May we all receive love letters like this." And David wrote, "Oh, Robert, what a pleasure to feel you through this broadcast. Smiles and smiles and more smiles. Simply feel the advancement," all in caps. "We need to be advancing. That is the main part of who we are," unquote. The place where you can't get that smile off your face is the indicator that you have moved ahead. We are bounding after our spirit. The magic of our operating system that must include everything within the dance allows us to advance without resisting anything. With joy and elation as the dynamic catalyst of advancement everywhere. The feeling of elation is actually the control system. That's what determines every movement. That's what controls advancement. Just maintain that joy position. Watch the world change when you take on that joy without explanation. The language that is here now, you spoke so clearly about, and you said, allowing the language of the universe to generate itself, that gift we have for one another of a perfect life, perfect health, and a magic future is generated through conversation. That's our energy, and it is for everyone. Each one's flamboyance is a part of the language which is controlled by simplicity. Mischief and fun are the language of life. And the beauty, love, and promise with which you spoke of the Advancement Center has been fulfilled. The hundreds of thousands of people that we will touch will all be delighted. What we're offering is nothing except that interaction that allows us to actually make everything happen in a whole different way from what it does now. The Advancement Center belongs to people. The Advancement Center belongs to the world. No matter whose house you go into, they'll know every conversation you have will be advancement. That's because no matter where you go or what you do, you're a part of the Advancement Center. Even if you just tuned in for the very first time today. So, and we'll make this whole thing take off. And so it has, Robert, and so it has. Let the next phase of each one's individual advancement and the Advancement Center itself begin. Cheers to you, Robert, and cheers to us all. There you have it. You have just listened to the essence of the broadcast. But now, listen to the broadcast and become aware of the essence within you, recognizing its own quality. No one is a stranger. We are all here together. So, love one another as you have never loved before. And to that, I add, allow your loving spirit to guide you. Then follow this guidance to become who you freely and truly are. And let the feeling of elation be the measurement of everything. We love you. Feel that welcoming embrace. and follow your spirit. It's wonderful. I'm just so happy I did. So now we've come to that time where I speak about Thursday night and my art class. As a matter of fact, when I go to art class, I'm thinking of Sunday. What will I have to show? It's that little girl inside me that says, oh, I get to show and tell. So here it is. It's another hill, flowers and trees. Whoops. Oh, that's right. Okay. And there it is. It was fun. Not easy, but fun. And our teacher, Mandar, he was demonstrating, of course, his genius, but he was working with acrylics. So the colors they burst out at you. And pastels are very much your own impression. So once again, thank you for joining me. I wish you your perfect life, your perfect health, and a future that holds magic and miracles for you. Thanks for watching. I am Barbara.